We control alien technology, and there are colonies on Mars. John Lear, a former CIA pilot, revealed such incredible things about how they secretly went to the moon in 1962, that they were on Mars, and that NASA uses alien technology. John Lear, 1942 to 2022, was a captain in the U.S. Air Force and a CIA pilot. He was the son of the inventor of the Lear jet, a type of engine, and flew over 150 test aircraft. He also set 18 world speed records. As a good pilot, he worked for 28 different airlines. He has earned the most awards from the Federal Aviation Administration: air transport rating, flight instructor, ground instructor, flight navigator, engineer, aircraft dispatcher, parachute rigger, and tower operator. In the 1980s and 1990s, he began speaking out, revealing confidential information. These are some of the facts he provided in an interview with the Coast to Coast radio program. In 1953, an alien ship crashed and captured ET, called EBE-3, Joe Road, also confirmed by Dan Burish. The US government Air Force used it to build spaceships with alien technology. In 1962, they had vehicles that could not go faster than light, like the ET vehicles, but fast enough to reach the moon in an hour. In 1966, we were making regular trips to Mars. Mercury, Apollo, and the rest of the missions were nothing more than decoys to distract the population from what we were really doing. They built various buildings on the moon. In 1966 they landed on Mars, and since then they have already explored most of the planets in our solar system. They also discovered that in some of them there is life very similar to ours. 1970s. Before NASA began erasing without trace the photographs taken by Apollo 8, 10 and 11 and published in 1971 in the NASA book SB-246, you can see a city, a space base, pipelines, roads, vegetation, air, an atmosphere, 66% gravity compared to Earth. There is light, mining operations, a nuclear reactor. To do this, alien cooperation was necessary, and many buildings on the moon were already there before operations began on it. This has been done for the last 40 years. John's father had been involved in anti-gravity technology programs in the mid-1950s, technology that is completely secret today. According to John Lear's source within the US government, 3 things were said. The 1962 moon landing. The population of Mars is around 600 million and they are just like us. He had worked with some of the mining equipment that went to the moon and they said, "John, we built this in Alabama. It was so big that when we finished the project we took a small plane and flew to this equipment to give you an idea of how big it was." The most surprising thing is that there are many authors of great weight, military or experts in espionage, space aeronautics who confirm many of these incredible claims, such as Colonel Phil Corso, David Wilcock, Glenn Steckling, Henry Deacon, or Gilbert Levin. They are not crazy, they are key figures in space research.